Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We can quickly start. So yesterday we have discussed about the some profiles parameters administration, right? What is mean by profile and parameter administration? So what is how many types of profiles we have in the system? Types of profiles.
Two types of it.
Two terms.
Okay. So what are
Instance and
those?
default profiles.
Default and instance.
Okay. So how many, like in the instances, we have the two instances, right? One is the ASS instance, one is the application server instances
Server.
profile. Okay. So here, so yeah. So let's talk about the profiles, and you changed it and you restarted it. That's fine, right? So you are okay with that that one. So you done the restarts and you static parameters, dynamic parameters, all these things yesterday. So we have discussed, and I asked you to change the default client and everything. I hope you have changed. I think Chandra, someone sent an message saying that they have changed that one. So let me check. If I go to the NWD, so it should be the 100 client, but we are still showing the so 001 client, which means it's not changed. So maybe you have changed in the profile, but it's not, you have not restarted, right? You have not restarted. So that is the thing. Yeah, you have not changed it. You have not changed it, Chandra. Still it is showing the 001. So
I
what
think
about the
I'm changed in ECC.
Oh, okay, you change it in the ECC. ECC already 100 client is right, so no need to change it in the ECC.
Sorry. My return also change
Okay,
చేసాము మళ్ళీ
okay, no problem. Don't worry then. That's fine. Okay, so here you can see the work process you guys are increased, right? 10 to 6. That's great. That's very nice. So previously it's very less. Now you change it. That is very nice. Nice. Okay, so that's fine then. So now, so we are discussing about the local client copy, right? So you guys are changed the client, and now we are able to log into the newly created client, right? Newly created client. So that if you go to the NWD, so we have created the 100 client, and so we don't have any users. Now we can log in with SAP Star with the pass. We can log in. So because we have changed the so parameter, one parameter, login / no underscore user SAP Star automatic password, we have changed it so that we are able to log into the so system, right? We are able to log into the system with a new client. So if you see, no users are existing, no users are existing the so in this client, but I want 001 users. So I want to copy the data from 001 client to 001 client to my 100 client, newly created client. How many users are there now? So we see here, if you go to the SU01, this is a separate topic actually. We have the total 21 users are there. 21 users are there total in. So 21 users and the different profiles are there here. Okay. So I want to copy these users, same users to the my 100 client as well. So in this case, what I have to do here, then I can perform the client copy. So client copy, which means copying the data from so 001 client to 100 client within the system. So within the system, I can copy the data. Means within the Hyderabad, I can copy the data from the LB Nagar to some other location, right? Within the city only, within the Hyderabad city only. So that is called the local client copy, which means within your laptop, copying the data from the documents to download folder to documents. So like that, you want to copy the data. That is called the so local client copy. How can I do that one? So to perform this one, you have to go to the Sccl is the transaction code for the local client copy. You need to use this copy. So we have the option SAP given. So like, so you no need to again create the data. If you have already data is there in other client, you can just copy the data. You no need to create that one. You no need to create the data again. So in this case, we can use the local client copy. For that local client copy, just we can go to the newly created client, log into the newly created client, then go to the Sccl. L means so local client copy. So from which client? So which profile? We have the profiles. So here data segregated as a profile here, client copy profile. So some customers, they don't want to copy the all the data. Some customers, they want to copy only specific data. So in that case, SAP so segregated the data as like profile. Suppose you want to copy only users, then you can select the SAP underscore user profile, you can select it. You want to copy only cust, you can select the customization data. You want to copy all the data, then the customers, the customers are the client, the project, the business who require the all the data from source client to target client. You can choose SAP underscore all. Suppose I don't want to all the data, I want to only copy the users, then you can choose the users. Then what is the client here? So I want to copy the data from the to 001, right? You can use this one. So here we have the two options. Test run means just it will test it, how much time it will take and everything. So we want to copy, it won't copy the data. I don't want to, I want to copy the data. Just you can do the schedule as a background job. So here we can copy the data either foreground. Foreground means in the dialog mode. In the dialog mode, foreground means dialog mode. If you run it, the screen will be freezed here. The screen will be freezed here. So which means until completion of the activity, you will be in the same page. You cannot navigate to the other pages as well. But if you schedule as a background job, the job will do in the back end. You can carry out the other work as well. You can see I schedule as a background job. So you can check the logs in the SCC3. SCC3, you can check the logs. Maybe you can go to the SM37. You see there is a one background job is active, which is active status, which is performing the data from 001 to 100 client. It is copying the data, right? 001 to 100 client, it is copying the data, right? And also if you see one job is running, definitely one background work process is occupied. Yes, you can see one background work process is occupied is running status. So maybe if you go to the SCC3 client copy logs, so here you can see what exactly happening with the my client copy. So out of 103 tables, 10 tables, 101 tables already copied, means 103 tables data already copying to the from which client? From source client is the 001, target client is the 100 client. The data is copying. Just here we can monitor it. I think it's completed. The data copy is completed. Now here we can go back to the SC01. We can see our users, the data, whatever the data we copied, the data exists or not. Yes, we can see the data exists. Previously, there are no users here. Here we have the users. So basis, Chandu, Koteshwar, Latif, Shiva, Sweta, Odesri, so Usha Reddy. So we have Shiva, Ram, all users are there. So whatever the users we have in so 001, same users copied to the here. So then you can log in with 100 client with the same passwords. You can log into the 100 client. Now you no need to do anything in the SAP star. Why? Because we copied the data. We copied the data. So now I will log in with the basis user with so same password. Now I can log into the basis with 100 client same user. Suppose if you start creating manually all users, it will take some time. The 10 users, that is fine. You need to copy the so 10,000 users, maybe all the data. So it may take time, right? So that's the reason. So SAP provided the one option to us the copy the data from other client to so your system client. That is called the client copy. So locally you are copying, right? That is called the locally within the same SID only you are copying the data from other system to this system. That is called the local client copy. Locally you are copying. So any data, if you go to the SCCL is the transaction code. So not only users data, you want to copy the customization data, you want to copy the others data. So anything you can copy. So anything, any client, from any client to any client, you can copy the data. So that's the thing of the so client copy. Any client, target is the any client you can copy. So here, what about if you start immediately, that will start in the background mode, sorry, in the dialog mode, which means, see here, until you completion of the screen, your screen is keep on loading, you will be freezed here. So that is the thing here, which means it will started in the dialog mode, which means dialog work process is performing your activity now. Previously you scheduled as a background job, which means background work process taken your screen. Now see, all the things are happening in the dialog mode. Dialog mode it is happening. See here, the data is copying in the dialog mode. Until completion of your activity, data will be in the same in the dialog mode only, which means dialog mode means one dialog work process is occupied. Yes, right, you can see one dialog work process is occupied here. So one is occupied here already. So one more is which I logged in, one more is which already client copy is processing. What is the program it is executing? So this is the program it is executing. So 100 client. So already it's logged in. So which means in the dialog mode it is processing. So till completion of this activity, you cannot go and execute any other transactions. So that is the thing of the start immediately, which means in the dialog mode it will start it. Dialog mode it will start the dialog mode it will start the work here in the dialog mode. In the dialog mode it will start the work here. Suppose if you start in the background mode, so in the job will take care of everything in the background work processing. You can do the other activities in the system. So that is the disadvantage if you start in the dialog mode. See here, until completion of all these things, until completion of all these things, so you have to wait. You have to wait. Then you have to check the logs. Now, so that is the don't start it in the real time. Also, don't start immediately in the dialog mode. You have to schedule as a background job. That is the best option. That is also recommended option from the SAP. Now see, this tables data is copying from, so from 001 to 100 clients, this table data is copying. So where can we check the logs? In the SCC3, in the SCC3 is the transaction code to check the logs. In the SCC3, we can check the logs in the SCC3 as well. So what is doing now? It is processing. So you can check it out. So it is processing. So processing means client copy is running here. If you open it, out of 9,900 tables, 293 tables are copied. So if you just click on the refresh, 358. If you click on the refresh now, so 385. Click on the refresh means, so per minute per second, how many tables data is copying to the 001 client to 100 client. So this is the things happening in the system. So see here which table is being edited. So this is the what will happen. So you no need to do, table is only one, but data insertion is happening in the system with so 001 to 100 client, the data insertion is happening. So this is the way of local client copy. Suppose so I wrongly performed, I want to cancel the client copy. Then what you can do, you can go to the here, you can see processing, right? Open the SCC3, just click on the cancel button, which means it will cancel the client copy. See here, local client copy is cancelled, which means your client copy has been cancelled. Okay. So here in SCC3, if you want to cancel, you can cancel it. So you can cancel, if you want to cancel, you can cancel it. So if we want to monitor the progress, you can monitor it. All these things we can see in the SCC3 is the transaction code, and SCC3 is the transaction code for client copy logs. Client copy logs, we can check the progress, and that is the SCC4 is for the client copy client creation. So all client copy related transaction code starts with the SCC star. So SAP client copy local. So logs we can check 3, 4. It is for the so creation, right? Creation. So if you want to delete the client, you can use the SCC5 for the client deletion. Suppose you wrongly created the client, you want to delete it, then you can delete the client deletion SCC5. But this is the very dangerous activity. If you delete the client, then all the data will be gone. If you delete the client, all the data will be gone, or the data will be gone. Okay, all the data will be gone in the system. Okay, all the data will be gone in the system. So that's the reason when you are deleting the client, check double times with your manager or someone. So then, so you can take the decision. Suppose I want to delete the, suppose like 245 client, I want to delete it. Then you need to log into the 245 client, use the which client you want to delete, you have to log into that client with the SAP star with the pass, how you logged in, then we copied the data. Then we changed the parameter. Then go to the SCC file, then so delete start immediately or delete in the background. So whatever you want. Start immediately means so it will run in the foreground. It may take a lot of time. So it will take some lot of time, right? It will take a lot of time. So it will take a lot of time. If you delete in the background, the job will take care. In the in between, you can do the other work also, you can perform it. So that's the thing of, so this one. Okay, so you can perform the this activity. See here, the data selection is happening here. Copying the tables and processing the tables. So it's deleting the, so whatever the data is there in the 245, those tables data, if anything is there in the tables, if any 245 client entry is there, all the data is deleting. So don't do this activity in your real time as well. So if we have the strong approval only, we have to perform this activity. Okay, that is the local client copy, client deletion, client copy logs. So okay, any question on the local client copy? Locally from one client to, so within the system, so you have already two clients, suppose like 000 and a 001 client, you want to copy the data to some other clients, so then you can copy data to from in this client to in this client, or vice versa from this client to this client. So but this is a new client, there is no data. If you copy the data, what will happen? Whatever the data is there in the existing client, those data will be deleted, overridden. So when you're copying the data from this system to this system, this client to this client, you can use the, this target data will be overridden. So it means it will be deleted. So whatever the data is there, same data will be copied to the your target system, target client. That is the main aim. So whether the my source data will be same there, no, it will not be there. Source data will be deleted. Target data will be deleted. Source will be override. Right? Suppose you are copying the data from this client to in this client. So you have already data in this client. What happens with my data? This all will be deleted. Whatever the data is there, A to Z, same will be copied to the here. Okay, can we restore the deleted client? Suppose you deleted the client, but you want to restore it. Yes, you have the, before deleting, always we have to take the backup of the your database. So you have to take the backup of the entire database, you have to backup, and it means entire system you have to restore it, but not specific client. It's not at all possible. So that is not possible. Only client restore not possible. So but entire system restore possible. But if you restore the system, so whatever the data is there, so previously up to that backup, all the data will be backed up. So that we will discuss in the during the topic will come during the our backup database topic. Database time, the topic will come. Okay, so that is the local client copy. That is the local client copy. So next one, next method is, if you don't have any questions, I will go to the next one, that is called the remote client copy. Okay, shall I explain the remote client copy? Remote client copy. If you don't have any questions, I will explain the remote client copy. So what is mean by remote client copy? It's similar. Yes, yes.
Yeah, we have cancelled the client copy in SCC3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, few tables are being copied, right?
That will be rolled back. That will be reverted to the my previous status. How it was there previously, same it will be rolled back.
Okay. Those tables will be
Mull back.
removed.
That data will be back. So
Oh,
suppose we have the hundreds, you have the data. You are copying the data from one folder to another folder. In that case, in middle, if we copy the data, what will happen? So whatever the data is there in the previous source folder, same data will be exist, right? Right? Suppose you are moving the data. Suppose example, what I can do, I want to move this folder from copy to some other folder. I want to do this one from desktops. While copying, I deleted. What will happen here? So whatever the copied data, again the data will come back to normal status. It will rolled back. It kind of roll back. Rollback will happen. Rollback means it will come to the previous status. Previously, how it was there before the client copy, same way it will come. See here, same still it is processing. So suppose if I cancel it, so nothing will happen. So unfortunately, I'm deleting the client. If I cancel it, then the transaction is reset. The data will be still there in that system. Data is still there in the system, but there is a lock will happen. So that you need to reset the lock. Just reset the lock, that will be deletion. Still it is cancelled, which means so your data not happen, not deleted, something like that. Okay.
Already some data is deleted. Now how we can return that? It's
So
going. It will take 10 to 15 minutes. Now in that time, 630 files are
it,
deleted.
yeah, it will be rolled back. It will be rolled back. Rolled back means in the database level, this transaction is still not committed, right? This transaction is still not committed. The client copy is still not completed, which means so in the database level, there is a one topic, right? Delta merge save point operation. During this operation, the data will be rolled back again. It will be rolled back, which are uncommitted data. Uncommitted data will be rolled back. Uncommitted data rolled back, and committed data which are already completed, so those will be so deleted. Those will be go forward and it will be deleted. Which are uncompleted, uncompleted, those will be rolled back to the previous status.
Okay.
Will be rolled back. Suppose you done the one transaction in ICICI Bank. Suppose you done the payment. Suppose Amazon, you booked the order. Your order, payment gateway done, payment done, but unfortunately in the payment gateway cancelled, but your amount is deducted. Means data is deducted from your account. But if you wait for so maybe 6 hours or 3 hours, again your amount will be rolled back. You will back to your account, right?
Yes.
So how it is backing? So in the database level, there is a checkpoint. So which means the transaction, whatever the transaction you do, that will be rolled back. So actually these topics will come during the database topic time. It will be rolled back. Rollback will happen. Still it will keep into the buffer so that once everything is completed, it's completed means all the data gone. Cancelled means it is inconsistency. So committed, uncommitted data will be still be there in the database level only. That will happen. Still we can log into the 245 and we can log into the 245. We can use other whatever that maybe we can use for the other transaction, because I have not deleted the data now here. Just only few data. Now we can copy from other data to here, maybe other users. Maybe we have the users in the 100 client. We can copy 100 users from here to here. You can copy the data. You can work it out as usual. So now I schedule the background job. So now I'm in the 245 client. Previously, I used it to delete the previous client job, this same 245. Now it is processing. Now data is processing to 103 tables, 40 tables already copied. So keep on monitoring. So it will come to the 103 tables. It's almost done. It's post processing. The post processing, if I just cancel it, cancel the post processing, I cancel it here, right? Maybe in the last step I cancel it. Let's see whether the data will come to the here or not. So data come, but because post processing I cancel. During the middle, if I cancel it, it will come. Post processing means once the data is copied, it will do the some post activities. So I would have to cancel actually during the client copy, then we will get the real idea actually. Maybe you can test in the other client. We have the new clients, right? We have the other clients, Sccl. Suppose not the Sccl. If you have the other clients, we can test this scenario. While doing the client copy, maybe SCC4, you can check, you can take the any one of the 500 or 786, you can take it out and copy, do the client copy. While copying the data, maybe few tables are copied, not all the few tables are copied, just click on the cancel button and see whether the users are coming or not. Then you will get idea Okay, few tables copied so that the users will come or not, you will get the idea, right? You will get the real test in that case. So you can do that one and let me know the result, right? You can perform that activity. Why? Because we have many clients are there. So but 100 client we have copied the data, 2545 we have copied the data, but 500 you can use it. Then log into the 500 client. There are no users. Copy the users. Test it. Okay. So any questions? Will you guys practice it? So practice chain lab local client copy మీద రేపు remote client copy ఇంకొక వేరే టాపిక్స్ ఉన్నాయి వాటి మీద చెప్తాను. ఓకేనా? So tomorrow
Okay.
I will explain it on the remote client copy. Yes.
Sir, by default SAP logon SAP star parameter value will be 0 or 1?
1. By default 1.
But actually yesterday I created 245 client in NW system. By default it was already set to 0.
Our guys are practicing, right? So they have changed it to the 120 something like that. Parameters are not client dependent. Parameters are system dependent. Parameters are system dependent. If you change parameter in any client, that will affect to the all the clients in the system.
Okay, in that system, whatever the client we are creating, that parameter will affect to the whatever the client we are.
If you change one time in the system, మీరు ఒక్కసారి సిస్టమ్ లో చేంజ్ చేశారంటే అది అన్ని క్లయింట్లకి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట ఆ వాల్యూ అనేది. సో అంటే పారామీటర్స్ అనేది క్లయింట్ స్పెసిఫిక్ కాదు, సిస్టమ్ స్పెసిఫిక్. అంటే సిస్టమ్ లో 1000 క్లయింట్ ఉంటే 1000 క్లయింట్స్ కి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది, 2 క్లయింట్స్ ఉంటే 2 క్లయింట్లకి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది.
నిన్న అదే ట్రై చేసి ట్రైడ్
మనోళ్ళు I think our guys already changed it. That's the reason you see it's already 0.
Yeah,
maybe then that time you can log in. Maybe you can change it today 1, maybe change it to the 1 and do the restart, log in with SAP star, it won't work. And you can try with all the clients, all the clients, all these new clients you can try, it won't work. But one time if you change it to the 0, then log in with all the clients, it will work. Why? Because the parameters are system parameters, like system dependent, not the client dependent. So that's why in the system we have users client specific data is there, client independent data is there, cross client data is there. So these parameters all are the cross client. Client specific are the user master data is the client specific, means users are the client specific. So I have the user in the 100 client. Shall I log into the 500 client with the same user password? No, it's not allowed. Because that due to security reasons, so only client users are only client specific only.